So how do you consolidate the thoughts about the matrix with reality, with life? How do you consolidate those two things? How do you know you are a reality creator while knowing about all the conspiracy, all the darkness that's going on, all the manipulation? Because in the cities, and I'm telling you this from my experience, in the education system, they don't teach you about energy, about reality creation. They don't empower you. They want you to work your life away and stay asleep. The system is made to challenge souls to take their power back. So this is, but it, don't take this lightly. So maybe you think, okay, this creation is made to challenge us. Oh yes, don't take that lightly. If you have immortal, extremely powerful beings here, and you want to challenge yourself as infinite consciousness, oh my, then you're going to challenge yourself. And well, in order to win the game, win your own challenge, you have to know what's up, what's going on. And the challenge is so big that most aren't even aware there is even a challenge. They just live by and they think, oh, life is just this way. Nothing is orchestrated. Nothing, there's no bigger plan here. Well, there is. So observe your world. What is happening? What are people like? We are a people. We are a human. We are an avatar. What's going on with us? I see a society with a big difference in wealth, health. This is the challenge because people have been brainwashed to think everything is all butterfly and flowers. But no, we are consciousness, and consciousness is spectacular. Consciousness is spectacular. So it will challenge itself to experience itself from a new level. It's always leveling up. And you can see that as difficult, as hard. If you are so magnificent, if you are a masterpiece, if you are consciousness itself, if you are a fractal of the divine itself, of course you're going to have a huge challenge, but it will be too much if you're in your human perspective. It will be terrible. So that's why we are remembering each other. Wait, we are immortal beings. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You're immortal, but play the game. It's time to play the game. Let me get comfortable here. Why do people do things? Why? What's the motivation behind almost everything people do? What I see is fear. The main motivation is fear. It's not love. It's not love for life. It's just survival mode. Where's the living? Where's the excitement? Where is your true nature, which is all of that? It's life. It's pure, vibrant. It's vibrant. You can see it. What occupies their mind, because they are possessed by whatever is in their mind. So it's incredibly powerful to become aware of your mind patterns and introspect, and that's what people call awakening or spiritual awakening, breaking out of the matrix. It has all different kinds of names, and dark night of the soul, because you see the darkness in yourself and in the outer world, so-called outer world. So what do you do then when everything becomes dark? Dark night of the soul. You start to go find the light again. And that's you. It's all within. So you realize you can do anything you want. You just have to do it. You just have to take action towards it, and you will have it. I promise. If you have that superpower, which you have, and you have no doubt, then it will happen. Then it will happen. That's just a fact. So whatever system was in place, it seems very overwhelming, whatever the the darkness is trying to do to keep you small. But it's very powerless. It's just once you notice it, and then you think, okay, but I'm a creator, so I will create my reality, and I will transcend all of those situations. You will be like water. You just flow in between the so-called tyrannical rules. You just flow between it because you are a powerful manifester. You manifest whatever you need in any moment. Why? Because that's the nature of who you are. And you created this whole maze to scare you to thinking, oh, you see, I'm limited. You see, this didn't work out the way I wanted to. So you see, that's a confirmation that I'm limited. No. That's a confirmation that you're strong and your desired reality is there. And it's coming. It's just testing you to see if you will stay small again, if you go into illusion again. No, it's a perfect opportunity to say, you know what? No, I'm a reality creator and I will go wherever I want to go because I love life. It's not even about self-love. It's about being love, an expression of love, unconditional love, because you are love itself. And there is no self. That's the illusion. The false self, the false identity we call ego. So identification with what you do, your meat suit, your divine artifact, your human avatar, whatever you do, it's not real. It's just a construct, and you can swap out thoughts and you can identify with something whole new. You can design your character in a sense. Who do you want to be? Do you want to be a priest archetype? We have all the archetypes within us. We can have a little bit of the mother energy, goddess energy. We can have the warrior energy. We can all tap into all those things, and then we just design our character that way. You can have the what else do you have? Siren energy. You have different types of archetypes. The child energy, childlike expression, glowing in your eyes, the cuteness. That's what you can also embody. The fighter, the warrior, like I said. But you can't do all this if you believe you are just this human experiencing such a limited life. There's something beyond that. There's something beyond that, and you are able to transcend everything. There's something beyond all of that. There's a higher way of life. There is. And if your energy is going to something you hate on a daily basis, that drains your energy, your life battery. And you need all that energy, also sexual energy. You need to channel that energy in your self-healing, in your youthfulness. This is also for women. You need to channel that energy in you. There's so much people pleasing because we are programmed to please the system, because we have been taught that we don't have any value unless we produce and produce. And it's not working anymore. It's not working anymore. You only do things from love. You don't need to please anyone because you don't need them. Why don't you need them? Because if you take all your energy back, you start creating it from within, that energy is yours. And then you can curate your world as you like. Exactly as you like. But first, and people skip this part and fail because they don't take their energy back first. So what's draining your energy? Do you have bad habits that you know are bad? Those are draining your energy. Scrolling too much. Engaging in gossip, that's a very big energy drain, and it's really, really bad energy. If you gossip, it literally lowers your whole being, because it's so against nature to gossip or talk bad about others, because they are you. So you are violating a universal law of oneness. So if you are in violation of oneness, the same as greed and fighting, if you're harming others, you are in violation of oneness. You are in violation, direct violation. So that will take away your energy. That's why when you do actions like that, you need more and more of it, because it's unfulfilling. If you take that energy back and realize the fulfillment is here, within, you become vibrant, light, and able to create whatever you like. And then suddenly you're free and you think, oh, what do I do with all this energy and time? What do I spend all this juicy, delicious energy on? How about what I prefer? So I'm thinking the life affirming thoughts, I'm thinking loving thoughts. I love nature. I'm spending it in nature. You can also give all your negative energy to trees because they will cleanse everything out of it. I had an experience with trees when I felt a tremendous amount of pain, and I visualized a tree taking all this black energy out of me and rinsing it. It was beautiful, and then my pain just disappeared. It was beautiful. And then the tree gave me fresh energy, clean energy in return, and it transmuted all of it. So you can also work with visualization in that way, because you're the creator of your imagination. And the funny thing is, okay, so when you, this is my experience, it doesn't necessarily have to be yours, but when you finally break out of a box, then life is gonna, your world is gonna challenge you or test you to go back into the small self. And it's gonna be rough. If you are not emotionally stable, it's gonna be rough. If you're still attached to many things in this world as your fake self, it's gonna be rough. But that's when you have to stay centered, really, and trust that you are the creator of your life, and you can trust the divine because it transcends all of this. The 3D is just an illusion. It's just a simulation. No matter how, what your thoughts tell you, emotions, just observe them. Do not fix, do not resist. It's just conditioning, passing through. The key is not resisting, because only a false self can resist. An unlimited being just is. There's also a deep thought. What many teachers tell you is to let go, let go. So and then you say, okay, I'm trying to let go. I'm letting go now. Fail to realize that who's letting go here? Who? Who's letting go? False self? False self can never let go, because the self is the definition of attachment and bondage. The self cannot let go because it is by default the mechanism that is attached to the world. Letting go just happens naturally. Transformation just happens naturally if you are the space for it. So it's about being more spacious. And that's very unsatisfactory to the ego, because the ego tries to fix the self all the time, improve the self. There's nothing to fix, there's nothing wrong with you, never was. Everything is just a happening and unfolding. And unfolding. But you know who you are now. So when you create more space around everything that's conditioned, and you just let that, allow it to be, that's called unconditional love, and that's who you are. So that's your true identity. And it's just space, it's just nothing. Once you go looking, it's nothingness. I'm nothing. Great. That means I'm everything. See the paradox here? So just observe, watch. The fixer is also ego. The complainer, ego. Conditioned responses. Skepticism, ego. Beliefs, all these beliefs, just constructs. Infinity is all things, so it's all potential. So this is just constructs. We're just experiencing constructs. And everything will flow the way it will flow anyway. Because you will be driven by this space to do. You're seated by inspiration, which means to breathe in, to do something. The ego doesn't control it. The ego claims ownership. It takes credit. It hijacks what the divine is inspiring you to do. It hijacks it and it takes credit, or it puts an identity or story around it. You have no credit. So you have to give all the credit, including all the shame and guilt you feel for not being a certain way. You give that all up to the truth, to that space. Then it just disappears. And then you're free. And then you're at peace with whatever is. So choose more space, more love, more to experience more, and then all will be okay. All will be okay. Much love.